Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing gameplay with the brand new Invincible Gary Payton, who is by far the most affordable Invincible in NBA 2K25. My team out of all the auctionable Invincibles. Big shout out to my guy Zay for letting me use his account to record this video. He picked up Gary to try him out and has let me do a gameplay. But as y'all can see, the card's going for like 1.3 mil. Really not that insane at all for an Invincible by those standards, and I think he's going to be a really good card. Now, is he probably the worst of all the auctionable Invincibles so far? Yes. That being said, he looks awesome, and I know his jumper's insane, so I'm really excited to use the card nonetheless, and I still think he's going to be an incredibly impactful, incredibly good card. So, before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Gary Payton, 6'4", 99 offense and 99 defense, and 99 stats on every single stat, as is standard for a GOAT card. He's got the 12 legend badges, 28 Hoffs. The legends are good ones: Deadeye, Limitless, Dimer, Challenger, Pick Dodger, Glove Interceptor, Immovable Enforcer, everything really. Shifty Shooter, Lightning Launch, and All Menace. Everything but Layup Mixmaster I would consider is a high level legend badge, so he's obviously extremely complete. Every single other badge is going to be on Hall of Fame. I mean, this is an extremely good looking card, no doubt about it. Now, with that being said, the one thing about his movement that is different than the other Invincibles is that he has Paul George escape, not Steve Francis, which all the Invincibles except for, ironically, Paul George have on the cards, is they have that Francis escape. But he still has Kemba escape, Trey behind the back, Garland dribble style, Pro 2 fade, and one of the best standstill jumpers in the game. I do not by any means think that this Gary Payton is going to be limited. Not to mention he's got Sexton upper as a jumper, which means he's got the best Pro 2 fade in the game, because Sexton upper I think is the best upper in the game. And so you put that on the best fade and you got the best fade that you could possibly have, pretty much. This card is going to be absolutely nasty when it comes to his three hunting and his shot creation. Even without the Francis size up, I still think he's going to be really tough to stop from the outside as a shooter and a shot maker. With how good this shot is and how little space you're going to need to get it off at a high level, that it's going to open up all this other stuff for the card as well, like the slashing, which his dunk animations are not spectacular at all. That's something that holds him back. He's also only 6'4", which is going to limit his ability to just get to the rim in terms of some of the size stuff he needs, and also the finishing, standing dunking, consistency around the rim and stuff like that might not be quite on the same level because of the height again. But there's a lot to like about the card. This jumper is legitimately one of my favorite jumpers in the entire game, and I think he's going to be a monster for sure. One of the best point guards in the game, just realistically, probably worse than all the other Invincibles. Doesn't mean he's a bad card though by any means. In fact, I think he'll be a very good one. Let's hop into a game, see what Gary Payton can do. Alrighty, hopping into this one, going up against J Kid at PG. Try to get a contest there, Gary. He got a contest. It was a weak. It wasn't perfect, but it was good enough. Please pick the board up. There we go. We got the rebound. All right, let's run the floor here. Getting a pretty decent imitation, I guess, of Gary here with Jason Kidd, who's a very, very similar card in my opinion. I think I got enough space to get that shot off. Low key, it was open. I don't mind that. I got bodies flying at me like crazy. I mean, you can see the attention Gary Payton is going to draw on the defensive end of the court from three hunters or from people who know what they're doing immediately. That is the unfortunate part of the card, though. At 6'4", like, look at him compared to even Jason Kidd, who's also listed 6'4". He's noticeably smaller than J Kidd, at least in my opinion. Like, not like hugely, but he looks like he's maybe half an inch shorter than J Kidd. And like, I'm not that concerned about the card offensively. The jumper is so good that it is going to make him a viable option. Even though he doesn't have spectacular dunk animations, I don't think he's going to get to the rim, which is the way player builds are in this game and stuff. He's going to get bumped off the spot trying to get to the rim pretty often. The question is, can he play enough defense, number one? Again, another open contest on a decent contest. It's just, I don't know. That's not even really a height advantage for J Kidd. It's just it's just an inability to get a contest there height-wise on a very good jump shot. Now, again, that's Patty Mills based, one of the best shots in the game, and Gary's more than holding his own offensively with this type of movement and this type of a release. But I'm noticing the flaws immediately, and I'm noticing that, like, in a competitive game, somebody, if they have size on the court, even if it's Galaxy Opal Denny Avdija or Dark Matter Josh Giddey or something like that, let alone like 100 overall Ben Simmons or LeBron or Invincible LeBron or something like that, something ridiculous, like Gary's just going to get mashed into the ground on a every single possession. You know what I mean? That is a very tough shot, and honestly a very forced shot, because I absolutely, Wemby, do you just suck, bro? We just dropped the ball for no reason. Is that just what we're gonna do? Okay, Gary, and still I don't know, man. Is this card the best of your short PGs? Probably. I don't know if he's, I mean, movement wise, he's better than both J-Kid and Walt Frazier, which is the main reason he's better than them. I would say both of their player builds are probably a little bit better than Gary's, but I don't know. At the same time, it's kind of like, he's not that much better than those cards because he has the same flaws they do. He's a better shot creator dribbler with a very good jump shot, just like they have. But he doesn't have great dunk animations, just like them. He's got a small player build, probably smaller than them. And that's gonna matter defensively. It's gonna prevent him from getting contests. It's gonna struggle around the rim. And it's gonna struggle, he's gonna struggle at getting space to get these dunks off at times and stuff as well. Like when he doesn't have a lot of space created. And it's just, I don't know. I'm not disappointed by this card because I don't know how much better he could really be. You know what I mean? The only things that would make him better are like Francis size up and maybe like if he was taller. That is a ridiculous shot, by the way. Holy crap. But they can't make him taller, obviously. And Francis size up is nice. Dunk animations would be better, I guess. But look, in general, he's going to have the same flaws no matter what. This is about as good of a Gary Payton card as you're going to get. Sure, he's not perfect, but he's good. And he's definitely in the upper echelon of point guards. That being said, he is noticeably behind every single other dark matter or every single other invincible point guard in the game. And it's not even particularly close. And honestly, he's probably not that much better than Jason Kidd. Even there, that's not really his fault. That's just kind of the game, missing the dunk. But I think the height probably still played a part in that being able to wind up being, for Giannis to be able to contest that in the first place. So perimeter defense wise, he's great. That's for sure, as you would expect. I mean, it's Gary Payton, but he does struggle when it comes to some of the contesting at times. Even that was an open contest. Like, I just cannot get a good contest with him. That's the one thing I'm noticing so far. And then, of course, I miss wide open. Because it doesn't matter if you have, no matter how many stats and batters you have, you're still going to miss wide open shots in this game more than you ever have before, probably. Can we get a stop on Pager? Is he just going to shoot in my face? He's probably just going to shoot in my face. We're trying our best to get a contest. That's pretty good defense. And it's another open. You see what I'm saying? It's just so limited in terms of the contest. We finally got one there because we're right up in J-Kid's skull, but I don't know, man. I just don't know what they want from me, to be honest. Unfortunate first quarter, honestly. All things considered, we're up. I mean, we're down 2 and he's got 8 points, but the card's just not quite doing it for me. The flaws are a bit too noticeable right now. And so for me, I don't think I'm paying 1.2 mil for him. Now, if you just want to have fun, you just want to have a score, you don't care that much about the defensive struggles at times, and obviously he's still one of the better point guards in the game, there's no doubt you can go get him. And I mean, if it's a similar price tag to what you'd pay for probably a Shea or MJ, those guys might even be a little more expensive maybe. So if you can get him for cheaper than those guys and this type of card you want, then I see no issues with it at all. And maybe if you're better than me defensively and stuff, then you can have some more success than I am. But offensively, there's no question marks about the card. The jumper speaks for itself. He is a great card. I would say probably, is he better than Shea and MJ is? Because his movement is, his jumper is. But is he as an overall card actually better than those guys? I really don't know. He is a great card. There's no doubt about that, but I don't know if he's that great. I don't know. Wimby is getting the wimpiest animations. I don't know what they did to him. He just feels so soft on the court. It's crazy. I mean, that was embarrassing. But you know what? Overall, I've pretty much seen what I need to see. 11 points, done some really good things as a shooter like I knew he was going to. Defensively, it's kind of hit or miss, to be honest, which is, again, kind of what I expected it would be. So there you go. Again, even there, gets blown by. Like, it's player build stuff that prevents him from cutting off a dribble drive lane, for example. Like, Giannis can cut off the driving lane so easily because Giannis is so big in terms of his player build. Gary doesn't have that benefit, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. At the end of the day, this is probably just going to be the way every review I do for the rest of the year on a card who's 6'4", 6'5", or under is going to be, is just noticing the flaws, because unfortunately it's just how it is. But 5-9, 3-6-3, 13 points, 1 rebound, made a couple of really impressive shots. Certainly an elite card, like a great option. I just personally won't be paying for him because I know he will annoy me defensively. That's the truth. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.